If you were born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd, or if you have a Lifepath 5, you are learning how to be an expert. But you're going to start off as a student because you have to learn first. But an expert is someone who learns through experience. And you wonder why you're so curious. Your curiosity drives your hunger for experiences. Curiosity is what motivates you. It's what moves you. It's what gets you started. It ignites your engine. That's what allows you to learn all the things that you guys came here to learn on this earth. As a 5, your greatest teacher is trial and error. This is what makes you guys so versatile. And this is what makes you guys so adaptive. Fives unconsciously attract so many chaotic experiences and so many all of a sudden, out of nowhere experiences that causes them to think fast and react fast, that these people can easily adapt to chaos as long as you're not afraid of the unknown. As a 5, as long as you learn to live in the moment, which means being in tune with your 5 senses, the number 5, which are your instincts, you will always find your way out of everything. 5s are geniuses, but 5s don't learn from school. They learn from life through trial and error. This is how a 5 learns. Let's say, for example, you were in the forest, right? Let's say your plane crashed in the middle of the forest, right? And you're walking around in the forest, and it's cold as hell outside. And you're trying to figure out how to make a fire. And you watch videos as a 5. You watch some videos when you were younger on how to make fire by like rubbing sticks together. So you grab some sticks, you start rubbing them together. You realize that it wasn't as easy as you thought it was. So then you start trying other things. And because 5s are very impatient, because they're so restless, these people need things to work quick, like right now, or else they're gonna jump to something else. And so that's one thing that you guys do need to work on. When you're curious to learn about something, and you're trying different things, and some things don't work, some things do work, and you're starting to piece things together, understand that you can't depend on your curiosity to bring you the whole way through. Because eventually things are going to slow down after you error a lot of times, and things are going to start getting boring. And as soon as things get boring for a 5, this is when they hop to something else to get themselves stimulated again. And so 5s, they never are able to take advantage of their curiosity because they allow their curiosity to control them. And a lot of 5s are slaves to the curiosity instead of just using it as a tool. Your curiosity is just your soul pointing you into the direction of the things that you need to learn. But you feel like as soon as you're not curious to know about it anymore, then that means there's nothing else to learn, and it's time to turn back around and do something else. And that's actually not true. As a 5, whatever your soul made you curious to learn about, you need to continue to learn about that thing through trial and error, through just trying different things until it works, until you learn the lesson, until it makes your life easier. Once the thing that you're curious about is able to make your life easier, once you're able to utilize it in your life, then you can jump to something else and learn that. But you're here to be an expert. But a lot of 5s never become experts, and they end up being a jack of all trades because if they're not curious, then they're not going to be learning anything. And I'm not saying to learn things that you're not curious about. What I'm saying is to pursue your curiosity and learn the thing until it makes your life easier. Learn the thing through trial and error until you're able to put it to use. Once you're able to put it to use, then you'll be an expert. Then you can learn something else. 5s go through multiple jobs. They live in multiple different locations. They move all the time. These people never stay in the same place for too long. They're not supposed to. But just understand, stop hopping from one thing to another thing just because it got boring. Stay in the situation until you learn it. You're curious about it for a reason. Your curiosity is not just random impulses that you're getting. No, nothing in this universe happens for a reason. Your curiosity is your soul pulling you towards a particular direction. So take your curiosity serious, even if it doesn't make sense. Keep pursuing it until it does make sense. Then once it makes sense, then go to something else. but don't leave before it makes sense just because it got boring. Another thing about fives is that routines are unbearable to them. Fives work off of movement. When a five is standing still, they're going to go fucking insane. As a five, you can never be around anything that ties you down. Something that ties you down is something that brings you outside of your element. Something that disconnects you from your curiosity and something that disconnects you from your energy. Fives hate being tied down as a five. But so many fives, because they'll have a fear of the unknown, they'll stay in a situation way past its due date. Because they're afraid that if they jump to a new situation, the new situation might be even worse than the original situation. But as a five, it doesn't matter how amazing the situation is. You're never going to enjoy it forever because you're constantly going to be changing. But don't change until it's time to change. Don't change until there's nothing else to learn as a five. And so yeah, a lot of you guys don't have a sense of direction in life, and a lot of you guys don't know what the hell to do with your life because you guys, there's no specific thing that fives came here to do. They just came here to learn. Five is a student, and you learn through trial and error. Okay? To book your reading or to access my numerology book, go to my website, isaiah47.net. You can also find that in the link in my profile bio. Have a great rest of your day.